Every farmer hates weeds, but there's always weeds that come with the garden. But you do not have to be angry when you see the weeds. For me, I think the weeds are a lot of opportunities. What do I do with my weeds, or what can you do with the weeds in your garden? I mean, my garden is full of weeds, you can see right behind me. So if you want to know what you can do with the weeds in your garden, or what I do, keep watching. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Yemi Show. Today I just wanted to show you what you could do with weeds in your garden. What I normally do with weeds, some people throw away their weeds abroad. I know some people even of course, you know, you have companies that come and pick up your weeds and they take it away and they sell it back to you as organic matter. You don't have to give your weeds away or throw it away. You can actually do something, you know, useful with your weed. You know, I find out some people sometimes go and spend so much money on manure, whereas you have manure in your compound. If you take a quick look at my compound, my garden now is full. So that's my garden. It's actually full of weeds. My garden is actually full of weeds and you can hardly see anything growing in there. Actually, I ought to have gotten them to weed it, but the rains of recent has prevented them from coming to weed my garden. So hopefully this week they'll be weeding my garden, but I won't be throwing away the weeds. I still use my weeds. It's very, very useful. So I'll just show you what I do with my weeds. So I'll just be showing you an example of something I've done with my weeds in the past. So there you go. This was you can see it's full of dry leaves, dry grasses. You know, this is basically weeds that were weeded last time. So I just poured them at the base of the plants, and they have become organic matter. So still on weeds in my garden. So these were some branches I cut off sometimes from one of my trees. You know, and here we can see more weeds. You can see that here I have vines of Malabar spinach. They actually do tend to grow. You'll see them somewhere else here. So these were vines of Malabar spinach that I just threw down here. This is underneath my plantain tree. So you can see they are growing. Some are forming manure and some are growing. And indeed, the seed of Malabar spinach, which I have here, was actually from, you know, weeds or leftover the spinach, the vines that I had cut and used, and I just threw them down here, and see, it has it's all over the place. I actually do pick from this and I sell for some time, from time to time. And actually, if you see underneath them, you can see some of them that have kind of like, you know, you can see through them. You see that those have dried up. Those were actually the original ones that I threw out and just filled up the whole place. So it's fun gardening, you know. Sometimes you plant some things, sometimes, you know, some things just grow, you know, when you just throw out some stuff. So I was showing you some of the things that happen when I throw out my weed, or weed. Like some of this, you can see this is cocoyam. You know, I had this in my garden, and I actually didn't know what to do with it, so I threw it out here. Now you can see new plants here growing. There's one. I'm actually going to transplant some of them. This is one growing here, and you can see I have more, like, you know, weeds there. So that is mulching my garden. So there's actually no waste. I even get weeds sometimes from my neighbor's garden. The last time I saw my neighbor trying to throw some of his weed, he had cut down some plants and he was going to throw them, you know, in the next empty plot to us. I just told him that he should please bring his weed to me, you know. So I mean, I would collect his weed any day. So I'll just show you his weed. So that is a weed from my neighbor's garden, you know, and that's going to be manure soon. In fact, these banana trees here, you know, when I first planted them, I guess my gardeners, those that we didn't know, and if you can see underneath, they actually covered it with a lot of weeds that had been cut before. But I was surprised that the plants still made it through. You can see them, you know, growing big and strong, just because they had a lot of organic matter at their base. So I have a lot of weeding to do. I mean, this looks like a lot, but very soon all this weed is going to become organic matter and the cycle continues. So there's no waste when you practice organic farming. Your weed becomes organic matter. So next time, don't throw away your waste, your garden waste. It's very good. You can put it at one corner, you know, and it will continue feeding your soil. Because when you throw it away, it's like taking, you know, nutrient from your soil and taking it out. Why not put it back in your garden? Anyway, I hope someone has learned something from today's video. So no waste in farming. So take care, and if you haven't subscribed to this video, please do make sure you press the subscription button today. Thanks for watching. Have fun. My garden is full, I know, but in a couple of days it will be all weeded and it will be lovely. The cycle continues. Bye.